Was it fate or something far darker? Welcome to Breakup Cheater, where we dive deep into real-life betrayals, unspoken secrets, and moments that change everything. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, city, country, or even just your favorite place to think. I read every single one. Now buckle in. Today's story might leave you questioning just how well we really know the people closest to us. My wife froze the moment she saw him. Weeks later I found out why. An emotional, suspense-filled journey of trust, betrayal, and painful discovery. Have you ever felt a moment shift? Like time stuttered, like something unseen just cracked beneath the surface? That's how it all began for Marcus. Marcus was a people person. Not in the loud, overly friendly kind of way, but in the sense that he read people. Subtleties. Silence. He trusted that instinct, especially when it came to forming bonds. So when he started his new job and met a coworker named Chase, the friendship clicked effortlessly. They shared a love for old-school basketball, obscure 90s bands, and had the same sarcastic sense of humor. Their connection grew quickly. Lunch breaks, late-night messages during playoff games, and even casual Saturday bar meetups became their norm. Marcus's wife, Natalie, encouraged the friendship. She liked the idea of expanding their social circle and had long wanted another couple they could do dinners with. When Chase mentioned his girlfriend, Bella, it felt like perfect timing. Natalie offered to host. Marcus remembered how happy she looked setting the table, wearing that soft blue dress he always loved. As he adjusted his collar in the hallway mirror, he felt content. Their life was calm, comfortable. But the moment Chase and Bella stepped through the front door, everything changed. Natalie froze. She didn't flinch or gasp, but Marcus saw it. A subtle halt, a breath held too long. Her eyes locked onto Chase, and for a moment, it was as though the world had narrowed to just the two of them. Then, almost too quickly, she smiled, her voice light as she welcomed them inside. Bella was bubbly and sweet, completely unaware of any tension. Dinner flowed easily. Laughter echoed around the table. Chase told embarrassing stories about high school basketball tournaments. Natalie laughed, maybe a bit too hard. She was charming, engaged. But every now and then, Marcus caught her eyes flicker toward Chase with something unreadable. By dessert, Marcus had nearly convinced himself he'd imagined it all. But that flicker haunted him. Later that night, as they cleared the table, he asked gently, "What was that moment at the door? You looked surprised to see him." Natalie chuckled softly and brushed it off. "I just felt a little lightheaded. Probably nerves. Nothing weird." But Marcus's gut said otherwise. Still he said nothing more. Because the friendship was good. Their weekends were now filled with brunches, hiking trips, game nights. Chase and Bella blended into their lives like they'd always belonged. But the gut feeling didn't leave. And then came the day that unraveled it all. Natalie mentioned she had a doctor's appointment that morning. Marcus was swamped with work, kissed her goodbye, and moved on with his day. Only later, when Chase's desk sat empty at work, did something click. A passing comment from Marcus's manager confirmed it. Chase had a doctor's appointment this morning too. Same day, same time, same casual absence. That flicker in Natalie's eyes came roaring back to his memory. Still Marcus didn't panic. He didn't explode. He waited. He listened. He began asking Chase harmless questions. About his past, where he grew up, who he dated. Chase spoke freely, even mentioning he'd spent his teenage years in Rockford, Natalie's hometown. Marcus's blood went cold. Landmarks Chase casually referenced matched Natalie's old stories. Treats, parks, a diner she used to frequent. The pieces clicked. Not only had they known each other, they had history. But neither had mentioned it. Why? He kept his silence, but watched Natalie more closely. When she spoke about Chase, she never used his name. She'd say they or that team. Subtle but now unmistakable. Days passed. Tension mounted. Until another lie broke the surface. Natalie said she was in a meeting. Marcus, now suspicious, drove to her office and waited. He watched the building entrance like a hawk. Minutes passed. Then an hour. No sign of her. Suddenly, she tapped on his window. "I thought the meeting was somewhere else," she mumbled, barely meeting his eyes. Inside the house, Marcus didn't wait. "How do you know Chase?" he asked, his voice ice. Natalie hesitated, then lied. "We met at the dinner." "Stop lying." Her shoulders sagged. "We dated," she finally whispered. "Back in high school. For 2 years. Ended. I didn't think it mattered." Marcus didn't move. "Have you seen him alone?" She hesitated again. "Just once. Puffy. That's all." "How does he have your number?" "He found me on Facebook. We caught up." It wasn't serious. But Marcus's mind was already sprinting ahead. His next question was colder. More precise. "Did you sleep with him?" "No. Of course not," she said quickly. But Marcus didn't believe her. He grabbed her phone. Searched everything. No messages. No trace. Just silence. Which somehow felt worse. He stormed out. Minutes later, he confronted Chase in a quiet bar. No yelling. Just a cold surgical sentence. "My wife told me you slept with her. Tell me the truth." Chase fumbled. Then dropped his eyes. "It was a mistake," he muttered. "It only happened once." The world tilted. Marcus's breath turned shallow. Chase added quietly. "It brought up old feelings. But we stopped." Marcus left without another word. Home, Natalie was waiting. Tearful. Shaking. Marcus didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He packed her bags. And then he handed her the phone. "Call Bella. Right now. Tell her." Natalie broke down. But she obeyed. Her voice cracked as she confessed everything. Bella hung up without a word. Marcus called a cab. As he loaded her suitcases, Natalie stood in the doorway, eyes pleading. He said one word. "Disappear." And shut the door behind him. Marcus left the company within days. Chase was quietly let go not long after. Bella filed for divorce. Moved away. Natalie tried to contact Marcus again and again, but her messages were never answered. There was no forgiveness. No redemption. Just 2 broken couples, 2 betrayals, and 4 lives left scattered in the dust of one unforgivable lie. What do you think? Could you have forgiven Natalie? Or confronted her sooner? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more emotional stories like this, check out the next video on Breakup Cheater. See you in the next one.